Well, hi everybody. I'm just going to sit here and beat on this machine for a minute until people come in here, and then we're going to draw a Chinese dragon. And I don't even have a pick. What am I doing? I need a pick. I need a pick on this thing. Somewhere. Got one. No, I do. In here. Where are they? Right there. So how's everybody doing tonight? I have decided I'm gonna do this every week, something like this. And hi Angels, how are you tonight? Glad to see you here. So what we're gonna do is can you hear me well enough? Are you able to hear me speaking? Give me a 1 or something in the chat if you can hear what I'm talking about. So I kind of have my camera up here with the microphone. It's usually on the laptop. But we're gonna basically, I decided I'm drawing a Chinese dragon. My wife has wanted me to draw one for a long time. I haven't picked this pencil up or this art pad for a very long time, and I just decided I'm going to start drawing again, and here we are. I have some ideas I'm going to play around with, but I'm going to start out with drawing a dragon, and it's going to be a very simple dragon, and it's going to have probably some color added to it by the time I'm through here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing yet. But it'll get better as we go. So I don't know if I'm just going to sketch for a while for the moment, kind of get an outline of the dragon. And then it's going to progress more as we go. But for now, I'm going to take a little bit of time just to start out with a simple dragon. Just sketching it out right now. And being a Chinese dragon, it's not like a, let's say like a you know, like a medieval dragon like you would see in like King Arthur or whatever. It's going to be, they don't have wings like regular dragons. They're different than that. They don't, like I said, they don't really have wings. So it's not going to really look like what you remember dragons really looking like. So just going to have to bear with me here as far as what kind of dragon it turns out to be. And we're just going to end up with a dragon by the time we're done here. And I'm not looking at any picture. I'm just basically drawing it out of my imagination. So it doesn't really look like, you know, what you would consider a regular dragon. I mean, it's not going to be somebody else's idea of a dragon. And right now I'm just sketching, so it's not really going to look like much until we actually get the dragon kind of lined up here what we want. So yes, I am left-handed, Virginia. I'm a lefty. I am a lefty, yes. Now, like I said, Chinese dragons are different. They don't really look like your normal dragon. You know, I mean, what you would think a normal dragon would look like. They have a distinct look. You can look up some Chinese dragons if you want. They have like kind of big rounded eyes. You know, they're not. They kind of look cartoony, but Um, they have their own distinct look. Um, not really like we're saying like your average dragon would look. Like I said, I'm just sketching right now, so you're not really going to see how it uh, looks until maybe I start using the pen to you know, start filling out the outline. But they have like really long whiskers and they're flowing and they spin through the air. You see how it's kind of going in loops, you know, around. It's they don't really look like a big winged dragon. What I'm trying to say. It's not. They don't have wings. They aren't all craggy looking like, you know, like let's say a fire dragon or a snow dragon or a bone dragon or a lava dragon or those type of dragons. Are different than that. And they have like a different sort of look as far as dragons go. Don't really have big nasty teeth and all that. They're just kind of different. They're kind of different than that. With their whiskers and how they look. So I don't really like the way that looks right there, so I'm going to have to get my eraser, change a little bit. Get rid of I'm going to get rid of this right here. I think I put too many on. I kind of like it better without these right here. These few right there. So we can get rid of those. So now, but as far as they go, they don't look like your average dragon. That's what we're saying here. They're more, like I said, cartoony looking. And they have big round eyes. And big scales. As far as they go. And like I said, if you want, you can look up what they look like. If you're interested in knowing what they look like. But you can just Google it, I guess. Come on, pencil. Don't fail me now. Okay, my pencil is failing me. I talk to myself because no one to talk to. Song I don't remember the name. You want to join? Well, here. If you want to join and come in, that'd be perfect. Here's the link. Anybody wants to come in and show your drawing skills and maybe enjoy company, whatever. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and erase some of this stuff, and then I'm gonna start maybe lining them up a little bit. Since I kind of got what I want for an outline. What do you think, honey? Can't see it, can you? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. So I'm going to have to use a different pencil because I can't get that one to do what I want. So we'll get a different one here. I got one that's got a better, that I can use better. Okay, so since we basically have an outline now, we can break out with the line work. Kind of. And then we can erase what we don't need. But like I said, if you want to come in, that's perfectly all right with me. Come in and join me if you want. That would be great. That's if you want to. No pressure. Nobody's under pressure here. No pressure. We are not under any pressure. This is just for fun. And like I said, Virginia, if you want to come in and bring in your coloring book, that would be awesome. Yeah, if you like. If you like, that is, you can come in with your coloring book. But I myself am not using a coloring book. Or even a reference. Like I said, their eyes are really big and round. So you're gonna have to take my word for it unless you go look. Unless you go look for yourself. And considering this, like I said, I haven't picked up a pencil in about, I don't know, going on 3 years now. So if it looks like shit to you, I'm sorry. If it bothers you that it doesn't look perfect. Because if you expected it to, you didn't come to the right place. I probably might have just messed it up. But anyway. could be better, but it could be worse. Because, like I said, Chinese dragons don't look like regular dragons. And maybe when I put some color in it, it'll look even better. But like I said, considering I haven't picked up a pen in a reasonably long time, I didn't really expect it to be beautiful. But what can I expect? Sorry. As of right now, I'm going to go ahead and erase everything, pretty much, after I get the last of his scales built in here. Which they don't have to be done, but I want them to be done. That's not exactly right. I don't care because I've got to do stuff to it anyway. Because they're scales. Right now, my eraser. And basically, we have the outline of a dragon. Not perfect, but you know, like I said, I haven't touched a pen in a long time. I got epoxy glue on my hands. I can't even touch my phone. My Apache project is fucked. What were you making there, Will? Hands were full of JB Weld. I almost got it off. Freaking nightmare. Yeah, I understand about JB Weld. Actually, maybe a bit more like this. More like that. With the scales, we're going to go more like that. Or not the scales, but the plate in the middle of him. I think like that. Something like this. More like this. Yeah, kind of like that. More like so. More like that. So you see more of the underbelly of him. Like that. More of the underbelly in there like that than how I had it before. There we go. More like so. Yeah, I like that better. More like this. More like that. More like so. Where do everyone go? I don't know. Where do everyone go? Maybe I'm not talking enough. I don't know. Maybe I'm not speaking enough. I don't know. Could be. Could be I'm not talking enough. But I've been kind of busy. Drawing this crap that I'm drawing. like I said, nothing perfect about it. Nothing perfect about it. Like, could be, but as I said, I haven't touched a pencil in freaking ages. So that could be part of it, that I'm not so good and I'm kind of bored watching me. That could be part of it. And I'm kind of boring because I'm not talking. And maybe I'm just boring you to death and I don't really know. Which doesn't surprise me. Which doesn't surprise me. And bear in mind, this is something I have never drawn before. I have never drawn a dragon like this before. A Chinese dragon. I just figured, since my wife wanted me to, it was a good idea to do what she wanted. Just for once, you know, to do what she might like, you know. Anyway. And there we go. How do you see it?
A little bit.
Is that better? Now that all that part's done, color. We're gonna give it some color because dragons need color. And Chinese dragons are very bright. And have a lot of color. Need a blue. And got a blue dragon. So, ITI survivalist. Well, I don't have any Prismacolors. I have these alcohol markers, but I only have, you know, like shading colors. So maybe I'll do the I still really need to do the body, but I'm just going to work on the face for right now. And start with a couple of off-the-wall colors here. Which are all I have right now. So we need to erase some more. But like I said, if you look at Chinese dragons, they're really colorful. They can be, and mine's going to be. So I'm going to start with some yellow. Which is going to be the inside of the scales. And we're gonna work our way out with the color. Now, like I said, Chinese dragons are really colorful. So it's going to be really, really colorful. And there's some color in his gills, whatever you want to call them, scales, going on in his scales. Thank you, Mo Smith, for showing up. Appreciate your support in showing up. Awfully nice of you to come by and see this horrible dragon. No, the Chinese dragon I'm trying to draw. Not having ever drawn one before. I did do a little bit of research on what they look like, and some of the way they turn out. And all that. But it doesn't, as long as you like what you're doing, it doesn't really matter. Other than that, as long as you enjoy what you're doing. I had quit drawing after I had an issue with speaking of the stalker community, like you are, screwing me over and making me not want to do anything anymore to do with drawing. Since I decided to say fuck them and get back to doing it. And like I said, my wife had wanted me to draw a Chinese dragon. I decided I'm going to draw the Chinese dragon. So here it comes. Here he comes. I'm trying to figure out what to do with his eyes here. I'm doing blue here. Since they seem to be that way. I kind of don't like that. I'm going to have to change that. I don't like it. Like the blue in the middle. Now, and there's his face. There's a Chinese dragon face. I'm kind of trying to decide what color to do the whiskers in. I think I'll just go with a line of red. Excuse me. And basically, about all I'm going to do there. Now we're going to do all these frickin' scales. Now, typically, a Chinese dragon has along its tail 117 scales, and they say that because it has to do with the luck of the dragon. And they, what I was researching, to do with the luck, the number 117 has something to do with numerology and the luck of the dragon. So that's what they consider to be lucky, is 117. I didn't look too far into exactly why, but it has something to do with the number of scales and to do with luck. Since the dragon represents luck, strength, honor, and courage. So you get the picture. That has to do with luck. And that's what the significance in the number of scales on the dragon's back has to do with. You can look that up because I looked it up if you really want to know. And that isn't just something I'm pulling out of my butt. It has to do with the luck of the dragon. And it's many scales on its back. For right now, there's our dragon. I might finish it later. I think I've had enough for now. You like the marker sound? Just looking at the chat a little bit, seeing what's going on with the chat. Take a break here for a minute. And call that my dragon for now. I'm not gonna sit here all night and do things. I'm just This is just the first installment of my little drawing program I'm going to be doing, with maybe some music here and there. But Scott, you watch Call Me Targeted Individuals channel, a TI channel. He is live now, just letting you know. I'm moving there so I will be back later. Well, glad you came in. And TI survivalist says, don't worry about it. I used to draw monsters a lot as a kid. Just enjoy yourself. And so what's the main reason for this targeting people, you think? I'd say it's about dictatorship, cool beans on the face. Okay, all the time I've been targeted, I think it has a lot to do with you might have done or said something to one of these people that pissed them off, whatever, got on their bad side, and they put you on this list, and now they have their group of scumbags that just decide to follow you around and use electronic harassment and V2K and neural monitoring, and the goal is to ruin your life and to suck the life, the love of life out of you. That's what I get from it. So that's pretty much where they go with it. And how they seem to play their game. Well, that's what you want to call it, game. It's not really a game. And they kill people and ruin their lives, cause them to kill themselves, whatever the case they end up doing over time. And thanks for sharing. And then we get to do art, right? And basically all the things I love with, the V2K stuff is really distracting since it's 24/7. They're just constantly just bombarding you with their bullshit, and trying to steal your intellectual property and stuff like that. Just there's a lot of facets to it. And make your life a living hell. That's why it's torture. It's just torture, and they enjoy torturing people. So that's where they go with it. But I'll give you a closer look at the dragon here. It's a little better than way back where it is. So you can see the colors maybe. And yeah, they definitely steal, that's for sure. They're criminals. I mean, that's their thing. They're criminals, and that's what they're doing. So that's their goal. That's their thing. That's what they do. But here's my somewhat rendition of a Chinese dragon. First attempt at one. Never drew one before. And like I said, this is the first time I picked up a pencil in a couple years, 2 or 3 years of my targeting, and they stole ideas from me, and it got me to where I just didn't want to do anything because they were just going to steal it. Well, they can, they can just kiss my butt, but whatever. And the name of my program is kind of a slam to one of the individuals who stole some of my shit. Hey, angels. targeted artist, huh? Is that what that's supposed to mean, Angels? Um, but there's the bulk of the dragons. I'll finish it and show it on next Wednesday's program. So I'm going to be trying to do this every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And if you have any like ideas of something you want me to draw or whatever, you can leave a comment down below if you like. And I never say this, but you can like, share, and subscribe or whatever if you like. I don't really push that liking, sharing, and subbing thing. It's not why I'm doing this really. It's always been to help other targets understand anything about targeting. That's why I do the research I do and spend my valuable time. You know, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not doing this for monetary gain. So like I said, if you have any questions or comments or any ideas for something you want me to draw, let me know. And by the time we're done in the future, maybe I'll have this whole drawing pad full of pictures one day. But as it is, it's not quite done, but I'll go ahead and sign it. So that it has a mark on it. Since it is original, it's me, I just drew it out of my head. And I'll probably put a background on it. If nobody has an idea for next time after I finish this one and I show it next week, I think I might draw a tiger and maybe some Japanese characters to go along with the tiger, because the tiger and the dragon are always, you know, kind of like the yin and the yang of of that culture. And it kind of goes along with the premise of it. So, I will end with that and wish you all a good evening, and thank you for coming out and watching me doodle a dragon, Chinese dragon. Thank you and good night.